Welcome back to Mind of Man. If you're new here, this is the place where men come to learn the truth about relationships, emotional strength, and the hidden dynamics women rarely say out loud. If you've been rocking with us for a while, you already know we don't sugarcoat, we cut through the noise, and we get into the reality of what men face. So let's get into today's topic. Here's a hard truth most men learn the painful way. Not every test a woman gives you is harmless. Some are deliberate traps, designed to see how much control she can gain over your time, your emotions, and your choices. At first, they look like little things, but once you step into them, you'll find yourself confused, reactive, and slowly losing ground in a relationship without even noticing. In this video, I'm going to break down 5 manipulation traps women purposely set to control you, and more importantly, how to recognize and avoid them before they cost you your peace of mind and self-respect. 1. The guilt trip game. This trap is simple. She frames your independence or boundaries as selfishness. If you say no, if you choose time for yourself, or if you don't comply with a request, suddenly you don't care, you're cold, or you're not the man she thought you were. Why this backfires on you? A. Man who falls for this trap starts operating from guilt instead of strength. He starts saying yes just to avoid conflict. He bends, compromises, and slowly loses his standards just to keep the peace. But peace built on guilt isn't peace, it's control. What to do instead? Recognize that guilt is not proof of wrongdoing. If you've done nothing wrong, stand firm. You can say, I hear you, but me taking time for myself doesn't mean I don't care about you. That communicates both boundaries and care. Real love respects space. Manipulation punishes it. 2. The silent punishment. She goes cold. She withholds affection. She ignores calls and texts, not because she's genuinely busy or processing something, but because she wants you to squirm. This is the silent treatment used as a weapon. Why this backfires on you? The moment you chase, beg, or break yourself just to get her to talk, she learns the silence works. She realizes she doesn't have to communicate, because your fear of being abandoned will do all the work. This creates a cycle where she can disappear anytime she wants power back. What to do instead? Don't chase silence. Give it the respect of distance. If she's genuinely upset, offer a clear opening. I'm here to talk whenever you're ready. Then step back. But if silence becomes a repeated weapon, that's not communication. That's manipulation, and you need to treat it as a deal breaker. 3. Moving the goalposts. This trap looks like this. Every time you do something right, she changes the rules. You show up, suddenly you don't do enough. You provide, suddenly you don't give in the way she wants. You apologize? Now it's not about the apology, it's about something deeper. Why this backfires on you? A man caught in this cycle starts believing he's never enough. He keeps giving more, doing more, apologizing more, yet the bar keeps shifting. That's not love, that's conditioning. It's a tactic to keep you endlessly working for validation you'll never fully get. What to do instead? Don't play a game with no finish line. Call it out calmly. I hear your concern, but every time I adjust, you add something new. That's not a fair way to measure me. If she's healthy, she'll respect that and clarify her real needs. If she's manipulative, she'll get defensive and double down, which tells you everything you need to know. 4. Weaponizing vulnerability. In healthy love, vulnerability builds connection. But in manipulation, she collects your secrets, fears, and insecurities, then uses them as ammunition later. Maybe you opened up about a childhood wound or a past failure, and suddenly in an argument, she throws it in your face. Why this backfires on you? Instead of intimacy, your openness becomes a liability. You'll find yourself hesitant to speak, walking on eggshells, and hiding your true feelings out of fear they'll be used against you. That's emotional blackmail. What to do instead? Vulnerability is a privilege, not a weapon. If she crosses that line, you don't argue, you set a hard boundary. I shared that with you in trust. If you weaponize it, that trust breaks. Then stick to it. Real love protects your scars. Manipulation exploits them. 5. Creating false urgency. This is when she pressures you into quick decisions with emotional ultimatums. If you really loved me, you'd do this right now. Or other men wouldn't make me wait. The goal is to get you to act without thinking, to corner you into proving love through compliance. Why this backfires on you? The man who falls into this trap sacrifices discernment. He stops thinking long-term and starts reacting in the moment. Over time, this conditions you to ignore your own logic just to secure her approval. That's how men lose financial stability, self-respect, or even their values, one pressured choice at a time. What to do instead? Slow it down. Refuse false urgency. You can say, any decision worth making can wait until it's thought through. If it can't wait, it's manipulation, not love. Healthy partners don't need you to prove love on demand. They trust your consistency over time. Know when to walk away. Here's the bottom line. Every couple has conflict. But when the foundation is manipulation, it's not love, it's control. If you notice these traps showing up consistently, it's not your job to fix her behavior. It's your job to decide whether the relationship aligns with the respect you need as a man. Walking away from manipulation is not weakness. It's the ultimate act of self-protection. Long-term strategy. Men who avoid these traps share one thing in common. They know their value before they step into the relationship. When you already walk in with boundaries, standards, and a clear sense of who you are, manipulation loses its power. Build a life so strong and self-directed that no one can dangle approval in front of you like bait. That way, when someone tries, you can spot it instantly and stand firm. Manipulation is only as strong as your fear of losing someone. Once you realize your self-respect matters more than her temporary approval, the traps stop working. If you want to go deeper on this, check out our previous video, The Most Dangerous Type of Woman You'll Ever Date. It breaks down exactly how to identify patterns of control before you get caught in them. This is Mind of Man. If this video gave you clarity, hit that like button, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss what we drop next. And let me know in the comments, which of these traps have you seen? And how did you handle it?